Today we're going to talk about the plot of a story. The plot of a story is the main sections in a story, not the main ideas, the main sections of a story. They are the introduction, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. A lot of times they're represented in this mountain-looking thing, so that's what we're going to use today. First up is the introduction. This is where you describe the characters and the setting. It's the who, what, where, and when of the story. Next is the rising action. It's the main conflict or problem in the story. It's what the character has to do and why. It's the whole point of why you are telling this story. It builds excitement, the suspense. This is where you hook your reader in and they have to find out what happens. Next is the climax. It's the turning point where the problem begins to be solved. This has the most intensity, the most action, the most suspense. This is where things really happen. This is where people are on the edge of their seats. Next, the falling action. It's the consequences of the climax. What happens after the climax? Things start to slow down. Nothing big is introduced. You're not going to have another huge conflict to have to resolve after this. It kind of wraps things up a bit. The resolution is your conclusion. Just like in an essay, you have to have a conclusion to your story. It fills in any little last details, answers any question, kind of wraps up the conflict. It also sometimes hints at what happens after the story ends. So for example, say Miss C was in her house because she was off of school because of the coronavirus. She went to the pantry because she was hungry. And oh no, no cookies. Huge conflict for Miss C. So she goes to Publix. And guess what? They're out of cookies because everyone's hoarding them. Oh no. Has to go to another store. And all they have there are weird cookies with raisins and a bunch of weird garbage in it. Bleh. No, thank you. She goes to a third store. And finally, there's one package of lovely, amazing chocolate chip cookies left. Her day has been made. On the way home, she puts the cookies in the back seat, and there's so much traffic. Ugh, oh no. But she knows that she has those cookies at home. Finally, she gets into the door, and she's able to enjoy her favorite thing in the world. And she lives happily ever after. The end.